Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix Bluetooth not working on the Realme P3 5G phone. So the first thing that we can try doing, if for example you have earbuds and they're not connecting, what you can try doing is just toggling Bluetooth on and on. You can do that by going to the control panel and then toggling Bluetooth on and on right here in the left. Or what you can do is go to settings, go to Bluetooth, and just toggle it on and off right here. There we go. And now if you try connecting to your earbuds and they still aren't working, what you can do is just unpair them and then pair them again to see if that fixes anything. So to do that, you just go into the info section of your earbuds, and after that you just press unpair, just like I did before. So and now that the earbuds are in pairing mode again, we can just connect them, pair them to our phone back up, and here as you can see they're paired again. So the next thing that you could try is restarting your phone by just holding the power button and the volume up buttons at the same time and sliding up to restart. So now while we're waiting to restart, what you can do is also try to reset your earbuds. So usually when earbuds have a button, you can do any sort of combination to reset them using just the pair button. So just look up the manual for your earbuds and reset your earbuds to see if that fixes something. And once the phone restarts, you can just pair with the earbuds back up and see if that fixes anything. And the last thing that you can try is to go to the settings and try to see if you need to update the software to fix the connectivity bugs. So scroll down to System and Updates, press Software Update, and here it's going to be checking for updates. Let's just connect to the Wi-Fi because I've just reset the phone. Okay, there we go, it's connecting. So now if we check the system update again, it will show you whether you need to update your phone or not. And if you do need to update, just like I have, so I have security update and system update, which fixes some known issues to improve system stability. So this might help. So just press the button on the bottom to start downloading the update, and then press the restart now button to install it onto your phone. And that's pretty much it. With these tips, your earbuds should be working, Bluetooth should be working. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. So to get started, let's open up our settings. And I'm going to just begin by navigating into wallpaper and style, which is a general location where you can customize not just wallpaper, but also things like your fonts, always on display, and so on. I'm going to talk about only a couple of them, not really focusing on all of it. So number one, in always on display, you can number one turn it on because it is disabled by default. So now when you lock your device, it will actually have always on display. I can also obviously customize it, display settings. No, not here. Oh, there we go. By scrolling down, we have more options. So you can add some weird things. You can change it. You have analog clocks and so on. So you can choose whatever you want, or you can have the whatever mode, like a classic one or the other thing. Now also, in here we have things like fingerprint animations for when you're scanning your finger, and colors. Colors will represent all the things like the colors right here, and also in the settings. So if I go back, these right here. So you have the customization to basically change a bunch of these colors, and you can base them. Oops, you can base them on wallpaper if I'm correct. Right. Yep, we have wallpaper colors. So it pulls these colors from the wallpaper I have right here. So it would then closer match your vibe of your home screen, which obviously some people will like. I personally like to keep it as it is by default, as when you select any of them, it will change all the accent colors all throughout the device to the same one. So as an example, when you have things like blue here, reddish here, and orange here, now it's all just this kind of gray-blue color almost. So that obviously removes flare from it. And same thing goes right here. Most of these, okay, right here, these are looking fine, but let's see this one. So even though it looks fine right here, oh, never mind, it's different colors still. Typically, you would have all these colors changed to this single one. Anyway, let's move on to home screen and lock screen. And here we have the home screen layout. We have two modes, the drawer mode and standard. Now, standard is more standard for Apple rather than Android, but whatever. And below that, we have a drawer layout, which allows you to add additional column. So in here, instead of having only 4, you would have 5. So everything would be just kind of more tightly packed, but also allow you to have more applications visible on a screen at a given moment. Additionally, we should also have, oh, that won't be here. That'll be right here, home screen layout. So again, you can also tighter pack your icons right here to have more of them visible on your home screen. And we have the pull down icon gesture. This is a one-handed mode if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. So if I enable this, go back. There we go. You can see it kind of works. So it pulls icons from higher up. There we go. And now whenever I drop my finger on any of these, you can see that they kind of lift up when they're selected. I let it go, it automatically will open up the application. It's a nice feature if it only actually worked most of the time. Now it seems like it works much better with buttons as a navigation style rather than gestures. So if you use buttons, it could be a pretty neat feature. If you use gestures, not so much. It, for me, is usually a kind of miss. Give me a sec. Okay, anyway, continuing on, let's get back to the settings right here. We have also swipe down on home screen. This is another thing that I personally really like, which allows you to change it to notification and quick settings. I don't really care about the global search. I do care about notifications. So now I can swipe down at any point on the screen. I don't need to do it from the very top to get the specifically toggles is what I'm interested in. So it just makes it much easier for me to get to the things that I actually want to navigate to with just one hand. Typically, like I said, you would have to swipe from the very top to do this, but with this option, you can just swipe down at any point on the screen, and it will work. As long as you're on the home screen, I should add. Now, if we scroll a little bit further down, here's one option that I personally probably would recommend turning off if you might be bothered by it but don't know how to turn it off. Wallpaper carousel. This is the wallpaper slideshow that you get on your lock screen, which is enabled right now. So right now we have oranges. Okay, never mind. It looks like this isn't the... Oh no, there it is. So now it's a different wallpaper. Different wallpaper, though these look like AI generated wallpapers, not the wallpaper carousel. Or it is. I'm kind of confused right now. So these are definitely wallpaper carousel. This doesn't seem like they are. This definitely does seem, this does. Okay, so I'm not really sure right now which wallpapers they show, like, or maybe they swapped it. But generally, you will encounter a bunch of wallpapers that you probably don't like. And to get rid of this, you can just toggle this crap off right here. And now we don't have wallpaper carousel. I personally don't like to see wallpapers of brick walls, luggages, or maids cleaning, so I just like to turn it off, but to each their own. Now, if we go back and now move to the display and brightness, we have light and dark mode at the very top, but below that we have the schedule mode. This will allow us to swap between light and dark mode from either sunset to sunrise or on a custom timer, meaning the device will just switch between them and give you what could be considered best mode for a current time of day. So I personally like to have it a dark mode during nighttime so I don't get flashbanged by my device, and a light mode during the daytime, considering I would prefer not to squint while I'm trying to see what's on my screen when you know, typical summer sun is just blasting and blowing everything out, and it's kind of hard to see the display. So if you have the same kind of grapes, you can set that up, and from now on the device will be swapping from light to dark mode automatically. And also moving further down, we have screen color mode. This is basically how saturated your display is. Now we have right now vivid, we also have natural and pro mode. So natural gets a little bit warmer, looks a bit more pleasant, and then on the pro mode we have cinematic and brilliant. So the cinematic uses display P3 mode. For some reason vivid seems less vivid than cinematic. Now I'm not sure what kind of P3 they're using, but definitely not the one that I would have expected, I would say. Then we have brilliant, which, holy crap, this is even more saturated. Wow. That is almost uncomfortable to look at. So I will stick with the natural. This is what I typically like, something that is a little bit more reasonable in terms of specifically red colors. I don't know, maybe red colors are just bothering my eyes in particular, but I always find it to be egregiously overdone, those specific colors. Other than that, most other ones seem to be fine. So I like to set it to natural, but at the end of the day, it's completely up to you. You also have the option to change the color temperature of the entire display. So you can choose whatever color you want from the wheel. You also have cold and warm one. And let's see. Nope. Okay, never mind. We don't have the automatic white balance here. So yeah, you can just set it up yourself and that's it. Now moving further down, we have a bright HDR video mode. So this is going to increase the brightness of HDR videos, assuming you have HDR video. And we also, scrolling further down, we have full screen for apps. This is a thing that you might sometimes need to mess around with. So I personally found this option to be handy when using, before at least, I don't know if this is still the case, things like the Steam Connect, is it? Let me check. Basically the cloud streaming kind of application for Steam, so you can connect to your computer at home from your phone. So this is Steam Link. So Steam Link, for some reason, has this kind of look, even when you're opening up, connecting to your computer. So I like to add Steam specifically, or Steam Link application, to basically have this appearance, where the content is obstructed just by the hole punch camera, and I don't have this black bezel. So that's just what I like to do. And like I said, if you find that some applications give you this black bezel right here at the very top where your status bar normally is, you can go in here, select the application, and just have it be displayed fully in the default, I guess. So in this kind of mode, this black bar that you can see right here will disappear. And obviously you will have more content visible on your screen. So that black bar does shift the content, so you're not using at that point your full screen. Anyway, let's move over now to notification and quick settings, and then status bar. Here is another option that I like for clean and minimal look of my device, which is hiding useless garbage from the screen. As you can see, there's a bunch of trash right here that you personally don't care. Ironically, the one that you might actually care to see as a new user would be to see if NFC is enabled, but by default it's turned off, because God forbid you would like some privacy and would like to turn it off. So it's hidden, and on some devices, I don't know if it's the case right here, NFC is also hidden away from the static or panel right here. So you'd have to like literally add it. So in those devices, it's just absolutely annoying that it's done like that. But if you are the type of person that uses NFC all the time, you might want to just have it disabled, as in from showing. I do that myself, as I pay with my phone, so NFC is always on, and it would be useless for me to have it in my status bar when I always know that it's on. Additionally, another thing that I like to turn off is things like Bluetooth. Again, I have it always on, so it's useless to me, as well as Wi-Fi and other things that I do know that I have always enabled, though here it doesn't look like we can hide Wi-Fi. Another thing that I can do in here is customize your battery indicator. Now there's 3 modes, battery style. So we have the horizontal, vertical, loop, and don't show. I will point out one thing. Right now you can see I have percentage inside of the battery. It tells me that I have 31% battery life. The inside of the battery percentage will only be able to be inside if you're using the horizontal battery. For any other option, it's always going to be outside of the battery. But you can get rid of it if you don't want to show it at all. Now, moving on into... Actually, I don't know if there's anything to move on to. Yeah, I think actually that's about it. So in any case, that sums it up. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm gonna show you how to fix the fast charging not working on the Realme P3 5G phone. So if you have noticed that your phone isn't charging as fast or as expected, that might mean a few things. So the first one could be that you aren't using the official charger. So what you might do is use the official charger, or at least a charging brick and a cable that supports more than 45 watts. So here I have a 61 watt Apple brick. It's not really visible right now, but it says that right here that it's 61 watts. There, maybe it's more visible now. So that is what I'm using right now, and I'm connecting it to a socket, and fast charging is working for me, so it's charging pretty fast. There, as you can see, it says fast charging. So the next thing that might help you fix your problem is to use a different socket. So maybe you're using like a plug that isn't really as fast as it can be. So make sure that you are using maybe a different socket, a different port than the one that you were using previously. So there are also a few other things that may affect your charging performance, and that could be that your charging port isn't clean. So you might want to clean this up, some areas around here, because some pins may be blocked in the USB-C charging port, and that may block the fast charging option. The same thing with the cable. Make sure that your cable is also clean inside. And the next thing is to switch the themes on your phone. So this phone, the Realme P3 5G, has the option to enable themes, and those themes may hide the fast charging indicator, so you might have fast charging enabled, it just isn't showing due to your theme. So just make sure to use the default one, or at least the one that shows the fast charging indicator, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your fingerprint sensor not working on Realme P3. Let's begin. First, we want to simply check if we have our screen protector pretty clean. And we can do that by taking any kind of microfiber cloth. We can lock our screen, and now we can just give our screen a nice little scrub, especially near the fingerprint sensor right at the bottom. Usually we have some sort of debris or dust or whatever, and this makes it so the fingerprint sensor has struggles actually detecting our finger. The other problem, which we can even see if we would go into our settings, security and privacy, device unlock, fingerprint and face unlock, fingerprints, that's a very long way. And if we would add a fingerprint, we even have this official information, which is what I want to talk about. And it's the fact that if we do not have a legit, genuine screen protector, then the fingerprint sensor might have troubles actually detecting our fingers. So make sure that you have some sort of legit fingerprint sensor. If you don't, you might struggle quite a lot. However, if you have already made sure that you have a genuine screen protector and that the screen itself is pretty clean, we can always just remove our fingerprints. On normal, like on other devices, I would also advise you to just add another one. So for me, this is this one, and technically I could go into add now and click it, but you will notice that actually Realme sadly blocked that feature, and we already have that fingerprint, so that's unfortunate. So if you want to fix that, we can just remove our older one, and now we can re-register our finger once again, with maybe making sure that it's pretty well detected, pretty well scanned, because sometimes during the process we have some issues. So for example, now we want to enroll edges, which are very overlooked and are very important in reality. So we can proceed with that. And now we can simply hit done. Technically we could also set up face unlock, but it doesn't really matter for this tutorial, so I will go with cancel. And now after you have re-registered your finger, there is a very high chance that now it will be just working better. Also, you probably want to make sure that your finger itself is clean, you don't have any grease, any kind of other things on your finger, only the clean skin. And to be honest, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.
Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3, and today I'll be showing you how you can bypass the Google verification on this device. So, you can see that on my end I do need to verify the device before I can finish up the setup. We have the little lock icon right here. I have a pattern as a verification, and if I close this, I have Google as verification. So obviously the device is locked. Now for this process, unfortunately, we will need a second phone. I'll be using just some Motorola that we have lying right here in the company. But you can use virtually almost, and I do want to point out almost, any kind of Android device, as long as it's running Android 12, and it's not like the cheapest phone you can possibly find. Some of the cheaper devices will have draw over other apps disabled, and therefore this won't work. Now this one will work just fine, though. Let me just make it a little bit brighter. And why is it this pissy yellow color? Let me just quickly try to fix this because it's just annoying me right here. Vivid display, text size, no. Color default, nightlight, is that it? Ah, there we go. So now we get it off. Okay, so anyway, you will need a second phone and also just access to Play Store. So you can see I am already signed in here, so I will be able to download applications, no problem. This will come in handy later on. So let's set this to the side for now. Now on our locked device, you want to progress, if you're at the very beginning, progress forward till you get to the Wi-Fi connection page and just sign into your network. And then you're gonna back out to the... No. Oh, there we go. To the second page where you get to select your language, click on emergency call, and then type in this code, *899, and you're gonna press #. The moment you do, it takes us to this test mode or whatever it's called, and in here we want to select manual test. Then in this menu right here, on a swipe to the side, select your camera. And from camera, you're gonna select camera test. This opens up just a camera, just kind of showcase this. You can see this is right now camera. So all we're gonna do is just take a photo. As you can see, I do have a photo now. Now we're gonna click on it and agree and continue. And next, we want to select share. We're gonna choose Google search image. So you wanna just click on that It's going to attempt to look for image. I believe we can actually skip the steps that are in the guide, which you probably have in the description on our website, as it tells us to do the 3 dots and then privacy policy and so on. But I think we can just search for literally R right here. HardReset.Info. Let's see if I'm correct. Slash bypass. Because I think that's what we will need, right? Continue without an account. Yep, look at that. And it worked. So let me... one more thing. If you're using our website to kind of go along with this, which you totally can, be very mindful. For some reason, our website has absolute amount of dog shit malware, I would almost say. I might work here, but I definitely do condemn this trash. So sometimes when you try to go to the next page, it will download Opera Setup without your permission. Be very mindful, delete that trash right away. Anyway, let's try that again. So in here, let's select consent. Same thing goes here. We just have a new page open without our consent as well. So we're going to go back and we're going to start scrolling down in here to the settings app. Click on it, and this redirects us to the actual settings. In here, you will want to navigate to the home screen and lock screen. Select home screen layout, and this glitches the phone and brings us to the actual home screen. Before you go clicking off thinking that the device is locked, we're not done yet. We're barely halfway. And you can see that we have still this lock right here that indicates that the phone is locked. And for phone's purpose, what it considers, it's still in a setup process. Additionally, we don't have the recent and home button yet because the device is in setup process. So now we're going to just swipe to the left. We're going to look for, there we go, tools folder, and you want to open the clone phone application. Next, select that this is a new device and allow everything that it shows up with. Select that the other phone is other Android, or if you have Oppo, Realme, or OnePlus, you can select that as the other device. For me, it's a Motorola, so it's other Android. It generates a QR code. Now, for the people that have the Oppo, OnePlus, or Realme, all you need to do is just find the same kind of application, phone clone, on your home screen. It's also going to be in a tools folder as well, just like it was right here. But for the people that are using other Android, like I am, we need to go into our Play Store and simply search for it. Phone clone. And we're looking for... You can choose either OnePlus, Oppo, if there is no Realme. So I don't know if this is the one. Probably not. So I'm just going to select either one of those. Both of them will work. They're, like I said, the same. They're the same company. That's why you have them on Oppo, Realme, and OnePluses, and you don't need to download this application on these devices. Technically different brands, but one big parent company. So I'm going to choose, I just go with Oppo, whatever. Install. Next, we're going to open it up. Agree and continue. Scan the QR code. Okay. Insufficient battery. Well, that's annoying. Let's see if I plug it in. Hopefully that will solve it. Crossing my fingers. Yes, and it did. Now, one thing that you'll see is this kind of moronic kind of wording, deauthorize. So to give permission for phone clone to use specific things, we first need to deauthorize it, which begs the question of why are we deauthorizing it when we need to authorize it. Anyway, you can select while using the app or always. And here we have our camera now. So just point it at the QR code right here. There we go. And again, deauthorize, allow while using the app, settings, and find the phone clone app or clone phone. Toggle this setting on, go back twice, turn on. I think that's all we need. Connect. And you can see that we are right now, one of the devices has a hotspot, I think it's this one, and this phone is connected to this hotspot of this phone, which is how we're going to be transferring data. In here, deselect everything apart from apps. So keep the apps selected, click on next, settings, toggle on, go back, again click next, and at the bottom you'll find the applications. I'm going to deselect all of them now, click on the text itself, and then find the smallest size of application you possibly can. So you just kind of start scrolling through it till you find something that has, for instance, like 10 megabytes or something along those lines. Oh, even better, kilobytes. So I do have Facebook on here, and that has 205 kilobytes. So that's even better. If you can't find anything in kilobytes, just find whatever is like megabytes. Like I have RAR, for instance, it's 9.5. The smaller, the better. Anyway, next we're gonna click on OK, and next, again, deauthorize, allow, start migrating, and it's already finished. Now, it might take you longer. I just happen to have Facebook on here, which weighs almost nothing, so it went like instantly. But in your case, if it's like megabytes, it might take you several seconds, depending on how many megabytes you have. Anyway, this phone is now done. That's all we needed it for, so we can just close it up, lock it, and get rid of it. Now moving back to our device right here, you can see that it copied one application. You can tap on the drop-down menu and migration complete. Select resume. Migration successful, one item. Now I want to point out one thing. For you, it might say that it failed. It doesn't matter. If it failed or succeeded, there is no difference. We don't care about the application itself. We just care what happens when we attempt to, after we do the migration. There is a process that happens after the migration is completed, which you will see right about now. And what you can see right now is that we are in the next page of the setup. We got taken back to the setup of our device, but we skipped the page where we need to verify the screen lock or the Google account. So now we can select skip right here and select later, more, agree, done, it started, and boom, here's our home screen. Now again, we're still not done just yet. There's one last thing that I wanted to do to fully unlock this phone, and that would be to navigate into the settings right here, scroll, main settings, there we go, and scroll down to system and update, backup reset, reset phone, erase all data, and then select clear. Now I'm not going to click on this. I actually do want to still record a separate video for this, so this would just add more time. But you want to do this because the device is still technically locked. It still has some remainders of the previous Google account and screen lock in somewhere deep in the settings. And the only way you can get rid of it is by performing a factory reset of the device specifically through settings. When doing it through settings, it forces the device to remove any kind of protection. It's kind of wonky because even though it's still here and you're doing the reset, it checks if you have right now currently set screen lock or Google account, which we don't. As you can see, I can unlock it without anything. So because we don't, it automatically considers you to be the legitimate user of this device and therefore gets rid of everything. It's your phone, so you can reset it, right? So that's kind of how it looks at it. And when it resets it, it removes the previous kind of leftovers of the previous screen lock verification processes and therefore becomes fully unlocked. So anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the camera tricks on the Realme P3. Alright, so let's open up our camera app, and let me show you, in my opinion, the most interesting things that we have on this device. Actually, I'll lift it up a little in my hands. So when you're using the normal photo mode, there's nothing interesting yet, because you might didn't know that on this device we have hidden a burst shot. It's not written anyway that we have that mode, but basically when you hold the shutter button, something like that will happen. As you can see, I have made and I have took almost
not almost, 20 photos, like within a second, because I have only held the shutter button. Let me show it again. Okay, we can open up the gallery, and here they are stored. All 20 of them. Pretty cool thing. So that was the burst shot. Also, of course, we can adjust the filters into our photos. So if you want to take and a little edit of your photo, you can set the filters right in here. Also, another cool thing is the Google Lens. That's the icon right in here. Click on while using the app. Click on Open Camera. And thanks to the Google Lens, for example, we can translate the text. We can take a photo of something and search for it in the internet, or use the homework method. So in here I have this plant. I'll take a photo of it. Okay. And now the AI is recognizing the thing which is on the screen, and it's searching for similar results. That's how it works. So for example, if you don't know how something is called, but when you have it in front of you, you can simply use the Google Lens, quickly take a photo, and thanks to the AI and the Google, you'll know what it is. Pretty useful. Okay. Same thing is with the translate option. Let me take a look. Do I have something that we can do with it? But before, select which language do you want to detect. In here, you have a whole list. Some languages require downloading. Let's say we want to translate into, I don't know, LR. I don't know what it is. Actually, in here I have an empty bottle. I'll take a photo of it. Okay, here it is, and as you can see, the text has been successfully translated. So that's the other way of using the Google Lens. Also pretty cool. Okay, as we go to more, in here we have our cool modes that we can use to take a better photos. For example, let's begin with the Pro mode, and the Pro mode allows us to take and actually to change and the things such as ISO, shutter speed, EV, also the focus, and the white balance. So if you are a kind of person who really likes to change and adjust everything when it comes to the photos into his own preferences, you can use this mode. You can also adjust the focus and the white balance. If you want to reset the settings, click that button. Okay, next cool thing is the high resolution mode, which provides us with the best quality of the photos possible. In this mode we have the 50 megapixels. Unfortunately we cannot zoom in this mode, but we can also manually change the exposure. When we click to catch the focus, then this bar will appear. We can also manually lock the exposure level. Okay. Another cool thing is the slow motion mode. Up in here, you can change the FPS and the resolution. The highest resolution is 1080p, which provides us 120 FPS, and also we have 720 with 120 FPS and 240. Let me show you what the slow motion mode does, but I'm sure that you know. Let's create a quick video. I'm also going to wave in front of the camera. Now I'll save it. Now let's try how it came. So as you can see, the video simply slowed. That's what this motion does. Okay, also we can open up the document scanner, also pretty cool thing. Click on agree and continue. click on while using the app, click on allow. Now I need to scan the document. Currently I don't have any document, but I'll use this piece of rubber. We can create a photo of it. Let's check, will it be scanned? Okay. Click right in here. Actually, the scan didn't work okay, you need to click on next. So when you're using the document scanner mode, when you take a photo, it simply cuts off the rest of the photo, and we only have the shape of our document. Really cool, because you know, sometimes we are taking the photos of paper and with the things in the background that are laying on the table, but when you use the document scanner mode, everything will be perfectly cut, and we only have our document and its shape. Really cool. Click on save. We can save as a PDF or as an image. Just like that. Works pretty cool. Okay. Also, we can open up the settings right in here. We can also add the watermark into our photos. Right in here. We have a whole list. Also the video watermark, if we want. Here it is. Also, let's go into the shooting methods. And we also have a cool thing. We can tap on the screen to take a picture, or we can also show the palm in front of the front camera to take a photo. Let's enable both of the modes. So now I'll show you with the tap first. So now I'll tap on the screen anywhere, and I will take a photo. Just like that. One more. Works just fine. Now let's try with the palm. I'll reverse the camera. Now I'll show the palm. The timer launched. And the photo has been taken. Let's try again. And that's how it works. Also pretty cool. Open up the settings. We can also change the formats of our photos and the videos. We can enable the high efficiency image and the high efficiency video. You can read what each option does. When it comes to the video, we have the standard modes and the smart. It's about the audio in the video. And also we can change the volume button action. We can, when we click one of the volume buttons, we can take a photo, we can change the volume, or we can select the zoom level. I'll show you with the zoom. So now I'll click volume up, and I'm zooming the photo. Pretty easy. Okay. Back into the settings. Let me take a look if there's something that I want to show you. Oh yeah, the quick launch. We can double press the volume button to launch the camera when the screen is off. So we can enable it. Actually, I need to change the action for it because other thing is set for this shortcut, but we can change it. Okay, the camera, just like that, and now I think it will work. Let's double tap. Oh, something went wrong. Okay, now let's try again. Okay, as you can see, I'll double tap. The camera launches and also takes a photo immediately. So that's how this mode works. Alright, that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to take better photos on Realme P3. Okay, so let's launch the camera app. And let's begin with the live photo. But if you want to take the better photos, make sure that live photo mode is enabled. Sometimes in some of the phones it's hidden, but in here it's on the top of the bar, so I suggest you should turn it off. Also, make sure that in the settings right in here, you have the HDR mode enabled for better quality. Next thing is using the Pro mode, which allows us to change the ISO level, shutter speed, EV, focus, and the white balance. EV is the exposure. So if you're a kind of person who really likes to, adjust almost everything before taking a photo, to adjust all of those settings, this mode is completely for you, because you can change the ISO, for example, to change the light. Same thing with the shutter speed, with the focus. Oh, actually, it's now so bright. Same thing with the focus level and the white balance. But I'll leave it to you to play with all those options. You just need to know that you have the possibility to change them, and they are really, really useful. You can also click on the information button and read about each option right in here, what each option does. Okay, now let's close this mode up. Now, let's open up these settings. Let me only turn off the tap to capture. Okay. Now, another cool thing is manually catching the focus. To do it, simply tap on the screen and on the selected area where you have tapped with your finger, the camera will lock its focus. Also, when you slide down, you can manually change the exposure level. Just like that. You can also lock it in when you click on that lock button. So now we have the locked focus, same thing with the exposure, and we can start taking photos. As we open up the settings, not the formats, but also not that. Okay, actually it's not in here. Another cool thing is zooming with your feet. Because basically when you are using the high digital zoom, the quality of the photo is worse. So when you have a chance, move closer to the object that you want to take a photo of. Simply walk a little bit and take a photo with the smaller zoom level. Thanks to that, you will have a better quality of the photo. Also, you need to remember that you should take the photos with a good when there's a good lighting around you. Thanks to that, you will have also the best quality possible. Same thing with the high resolution mode, which provides us with the best camera settings. We have the 50 megapixels mode in here, but remember that if you want to use this mode, you cannot zoom. So just like I was talking before, you should zoom with your feet and move closer to the object to take a photo with the best quality. When it comes to the video, in here you need to remember that you can change the resolution of your video. For the best quality, select the 4K. In here we have the 30 FPS, or if you want to have high amount of the FPS, select 1080p to get 60 FPS. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
In this video, I'm gonna explain how to get rid of your screen lock, like pin pattern or password, on Realme P3. Then do a so-called FRP bypass, because after we get rid of this password, the phone will still be locked with Google account that was previously logged in, and if you don't know credentials for it, then you will need to do a FRP bypass, which will let you sort of use the phone without entering that previous Google account. So let's begin. Let's begin with getting rid of the screen lock, because it's actually pretty simple. We'll do a hard reset and that will basically get rid of that, but later on you'll see that there will be a Google verification. But now let's do the first thing. Just press and hold on power and volume on your phone to go to this power off menu and slide down until it powers off. Wait until it fully powers off, and you can also do like 15 seconds margin to wait a bit longer to make sure it's fully off. Then you'll need to do a combination of buttons. You'll need to start pressing on power and volume down at the same time, and when Realme logo shows up, release the power button while still pressing and holding the volume down button. I'll show you that right now. So power and volume down. Now I can see the Realme logo, so I'm releasing the power button, still keeping the volume down pressed. Now we see this menu. You can select like simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, or English. I will select English, then click on format data and enter the verification code, which is shown here. It's just to verify that you're not doing it by an accident. Of course, the code in your case will be probably different because it's randomly generated. Now click on format, wait a moment, and then click on OK. The phone will automatically reboot. And the reboot process may take a bit longer than usual because it's after a reset, so it's pretty normal. Now let's get to the part with the FRP bypass, because the FRP bypass will start now. So we don't have the screen lock anymore, but we still have the Google account that we will need to verify in order to use the phone. But we can bypass it by using a different phone. So you need to have another phone, possibly like it's the best if that phone is like Android 11 or newer. The newest current version is Android 16, so like probably your phone will do. Like you can borrow a phone from someone, because we won't be needing like too much from the phone, but it's needed to just go through the process. So on the other phone, while the phone is starting, you can go to the Play Store and go to search bar, then search for Oppo clone phone app, like that, and make sure you get the right one, the blue and green one, because there's also I think a red one which has a similar name, but it's actually for different phones. So let's get this one. I know it says Oppo, but it works for Realme because it's the same exact company. I have it already installed, so I can click on open, but if you didn't have it installed, you'll need to click on install. I'll click on open. Then on our Realme, we need to go through steps before we get to the cloning phone. So let's select the language here. It's best to select English. Even if your local language is different, it's best to set it to English because it's gonna work the best in that. Then select the region as well. We've been testing it on English and United States, so that's what we know works for sure on the newest version of the operating system as well as on the older ones, and we know it just works. We've tested it several times on different phones. Now let's skip here. I know we have the clone phone app open, but let's skip it. Now let's connect to any Wi-Fi network. You cannot skip that. If you try to click on skip, then you probably saw a message that cannot be skipped. So let's save it, click on next, Now it's getting my phone ready. It will take a moment for it to read the information from Google that it's been locked with FRP. It's sort of like communicating with Google right now. And now it asks me whether I want to copy apps and data. I click on Don't Copy and wait a bit more. Now it asks me for the lock screen password, and I don't know it, but once you click on Cancel, it'll go to Google verification. So it asks you for that, and that cannot be skipped. So let's go back to the first page of the setup right here. Then click on the arrow, click on emergency call. Then enter this secret code, *899#, and it opens the service menu. Click on manual test, then slide on the top to camera option and go to camera test. Now take any photo of something. The first photo may take a moment before it's taken. Now click on that photo. Let's agree and continue to photos. You can see it's like that right now. Right, now let's click on three dots. Share. Let's click on share and select Google search image option. I'll show you that. You can see there's Google search image. So select that, then click on three dots in top right corner and click on privacy policy. It's gonna open a browser. Click on use without an account, then click anywhere to get rid of this pop-up and click on 9 dots at the top, then go to search. And now search for our website, because our website will let you open settings app from the website. So simply type in HardReset.Info, then do a /bypass like that. It's gonna show you our page with bypass FRP, the factory reset protection. Now I'm gonna click on consent. It's probably gonna open some ad. I'm gonna cancel that. Okay. Sometimes you need to go back if it opens an ad. Don't worry about it. Just go to setting app, click on that, and you can see it opens settings. If it opened an ad again, then also just go back. Now go to home screen and lock screen in settings and go to home screen layout. And it's gonna open our home screen. The phone isn't yet unlocked, but we are on the home screen. So what you need to do is go to Tools folder and open Clone Phone. Now select this is the new phone. Allow nearby devices and notifications. Then you can select Oppo, Realme or OnePlus. And then scan the QR code to connect on that older phone or just other phone that's unlocked. Scan the QR code. And now it's gonna connect. Now just click on next. Wait a moment. It may ask you for some permissions on this other phone. And if it does, just accept all of them. I'm gonna click on top right corner to unselect everything. Then only select apps. Click on apps, like on the text here. And now unselect all of them and just select one, like random one. I'm gonna copy calculator because it's the smallest. Just so we can go further, we need to copy at least one thing to be able to go further. And I just selected calculator because it's the easiest to do. Now click that you understand the content of this page. Click on start migration. Wait a moment, you can see it's pretty fast because it's just a calculator or any other random app that you wish to just do. On this other phone, we can click on done and we can get rid of that phone already because it's not needed anymore. So if you borrowed it from someone, you can give it back to that person. Then click on done, and now skip here. Click on later. Click on more. Agree. And then select your navigation, either buttons or gestures. Click on done. And now click on get started. The phone is already unlocked. Although it comes with some limitations, so you can use the phone, you can lock it, you can unlock it, you can use it however you want, but you cannot change, you cannot add a lock screen password, unfortunately, based on my experience. Maybe you will be able to do it, but I was never able to do it. And also, based from my experience, there's a high chance you won't be able to sign into any Google account on the phone. So that's also another limitation. And once you reset the phone, it doesn't matter if you do it through the settings or with the hard reset, it's gonna again lock you with the FRP, so you'll need to repeat the whole process. So just don't reset the phone, just use it like that without a lock screen. I know it's not the best thing, but it's the only option here. And I hope that anyway this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next one.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the security tricks on the Realme P3. Alright, so let's go. Let's open up our settings first. Now, simply scroll down and find security and privacy. And let's begin with setting up a screen lock. So first click on the device unlock and set the screen lock. Now, I also need to draw my current pattern because I want to show you what to do. Actually, I'm going to turn off my password and I'll show you how to set it from the beginning. So now click on set screen lock, and we have three types of the password. It can be numeric, alphanumeric, or the pattern. I'll show you how to set the pattern. So now we need to wait a little bit. Okay, now click on next, and now simply draw your pattern. Now draw again if you want to confirm. Now the phone wants us to also unlock the fingerprint, so let's click on next, and now our sensor is located right in here. Click on add, and now we need to place our finger inside of this circle. Now place it, and when you feel a vibration, lift it up and place it again. Now we need to repeat the process until our fingerprint is completely saved. So repeat the process. Sometimes it takes a few tries, but simply keep placing your finger until it's saved. Alright, now our fingerprint has been saved. If you want to add another one, simply click on add, but currently we are done. Now the phone also wants us to add a face. We can do it, simply click on add, click on agree. Now click on add face. And now simply click on add now. And now place your face inside of the frame until your face is completely saved. Alright, now let's go back. And let's go back once again, and now let's click on the app security, and let's click on Google Play Protect. In here we can scan our apps in search for harmful ones. As you can see, it has scanned 3 hours ago, but we can also manually click to scan. Nothing was found, so we don't need to perform any action, but from time to time you can check manually if there's something to do. If there is, simply follow the instruction on the screen. Now I think in here under the device unlock we can also click on the theft protection, and in here we have the offline device lock and the theft detection lock. We can enable those features. So when it comes to the theft detection lock, our screen will lock if the device detects that someone took our phone and ran away. We can enable it. In here we have the conditions and how it works. Let's click on turn on, and similar thing with the offline device lock. So now our screen will lock when our device goes offline. We also have a remote lock and find and erase our device. Let's begin with the remote lock. We can enable it right in here, but if you want to use this feature, you must have your SIM card or eSIM inserted or enabled. And how to do it? You need to visit the site, and the only thing you need to do is to simply type your phone number to lock your screen. You don't need any, logging into something. Simply follow the instruction in here. Alright, next thing, find and erase your device. It's also really useful. We can enable to use Find My Device. Also, same thing with the using it offline. We can select, for example, without network. It's up to you. Oh, but currently it doesn't want to enable. And now, how to use the Find My Device? We have two options. We have the app and the web. I'll show how to do it on the web. Oh, I know why, because I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. So give me a second. Okay, now it will work. Let's open up the web. And now we need to sign in into the same Google account on which we are currently logged into in the settings of our device. Now I also need to confirm by drawing my pattern. And now we have been connected. And in here we have our Realme. In here, currently we cannot find it because we are using this device, but for example I'll show you on other device. Simply select it, and in here you will be able to find your device. Of course, if you want to use it, you must have your location turned on. And in here, for example, you can remotely secure your device. If you're afraid that someone might took it and try to unlock it, you can simply click Secure Device. Okay, now from here we can go back and let's go into the account security and let's click on Google Security Checkup. Okay, currently in here everything looks fine. From time to time you can simply check it. If there's something to do, follow the instruction on the screen. We also have the password checkup. In here, the Google tells us, do we have some compromised password? Are our passwords unique? And do we have some weak passwords? As you can see, my passwords are unique and they are not compromised, but I have two weak passwords. And in here, we have suggestions in which app those passwords are not strong. So you can change them to provide higher security level. From time to time, you can look in here. There's something to do. Alright, now let's go into the system and updates, and let's click on check for updates. It's always good to have the latest version of your software. As you can see, in my case, I have a possibility to download the Google Play update. Simply click on that. I won't do it now because I have other things to show you. But if you want, you should do it as soon as possible if you have that possibility to download. And next thing is the security update. We can click on manually check for update. In my case, I have the latest version, so I don't need to download anything. You can also check it. Also, cool thing is a possibility to backup your data. It is really, really useful. And now, in here we have our account storage and our Google account that we are currently logged into. Make sure that backup by Google One is enabled. And below we have the details. When we create a backup, in here we have a list of things that will be saved. Also, you need to make sure that you have some free storage space. If you don't have it, click on Manage Storage, and you can delete something to create some free space. Now, to create a backup, simply click on Backup Now, and if everything goes properly, on the bottom of the screen we will see a notification that our data has been backupped. Now, for example, if you want to restore that data that you have just saved in the future, you need to make sure that you will be logged into the same Google account on which you made the backup. That's that account. So if you want to restore the data in the future, log in into that account. Don't forget password to it. Okay, so that when it comes to the backup. Now let's scroll down and go into the special features. And in here we have the app lock. We can hide the apps or create a private save. Let's begin with the app lock. We need to enter the privacy password. Now, make sure that app lock is enabled. And in here we have the list of our apps that we can lock. For example, let's select the Photos, Google Photos. We can also enable the Fingerprint to unlock it. And now, our photos are locked, and if someone will want to open them up, boom, it needs verification. It says that we need to use our privacy password or use our fingerprint, and only then it will unlock. That's the only way. It is also a pretty cool feature to lock apps from unwanted people. Now let's go back. I did too much. Now let's go into the hide apps. Again, let's type our password, and now you can see that the hidden apps won't appear on our home screen, and we can enter the hidden apps by typing the code on the dial pad or by tapping the hide apps icon on the home screen. Click on get started. We have access via home screen and via dial pad. We can select which method do we want. Let's select, for example, let's select the home screen icon, click on add apps, and now add the apps that you want to hit. So for example, let's hit these. Oh, actually, the Spotify is invisible, so let's hide the notes, for example. And as you can see, they disappeared from our home screen. Now, to get access to them, open the drawer. And in here we have hide apps. And again, to get access to them, you need to type your password. Also, in here we have our private safe. Let me describe you that. Click on private safe. Again, type your password. We can enable also the fingerprint to unlock it. And in here we can add images, videos, audio, documents, and other files. So for example, let's add new photo. For example, I don't know, this. Click on select. Select the thing that you want, and click on set as private. And now it has been added into our private safe, and it also has disappeared from our normal gallery. So the only way to get access into that photo is by entering the private safe. It is also really cool security feature that you should use if you want to keep things locked. Alright, now that's all when it comes to the settings. Now we can also open up the phone manager, and in here let's perform the virus scan. Click on scan in search of potential threats. So let's wait until everything gets downloaded. Okay. Now, as you can see, everything went fine, no risks. From time to time you can simply check if there are some viruses. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Realme P3, and let me share with you how to free up storage without removing the apps. So let's begin with removing cache. We have to open the settings. In the settings, we have to scroll down to find the apps and tap on App Management. So here we've got the list of all apps which are currently installed on this device, and what I highly recommend to do is to simply remove cache for each of them. So go through all of those apps, enter the app, tap on storage usage, and here we've got this cache section. Cache are junk files which are saved by your device, but they are not necessary to use the app properly, but they are occupying the memory. So simply tap on clear cache, your device will immediately remove it, and thanks to it you can just release the memory, especially if you will do it for all of those apps which are listed right here. After that, after this whole clearing cache operation, I highly recommend to restart your device. You can do it just by pressing the power button and volume up button together like that, and you can just drag this ball to this restart option, and your device will automatically power it off, and then power it on again, and kind of confirm all of the changes. Moreover, what we can do is to open the phone manager. This option, I mean this app, is pre-installed on your device. It is provided by the developer, so simply find it and open it. And first of all, I highly recommend to tap on Optimize. Usually we forget about this option, which is pre-installed. So first of all, Optimize, then go to Cleanup Storage, and here we can simply tap on Clean. You can check the details, so you can check what will be removed. In total, cache junk, but this cache is not connected with the app cache. Be aware about that. Under it, you've got also a deep cleanup. So, for example, you can remove some duplicated photos, duplicated files, documents. You can also remove apps, but the whole idea of this video is to not remove apps. So just omit this option. You can remove some large files which are not necessary, videos, etc. So I highly recommend to check this cleanup option because it will for sure help you with removing unnecessary things. Another thing which I highly recommend to check are the downloads. Because let's be honest, usually we are downloading a lot of stuff and then we forget about it. But obviously those files still occupy the memory. So just enter the file manager, whatever kind of file manager you're using, whether it is provided by Google, whether it is provided by the developer, it doesn't matter. For sure you will have this download section. So just open the files. Okay, and here we've got those downloads. In my case, I do not have any kind of files here, but I highly recommend to just go through all of them and check whether you've got some kind of downloaded files which you do not really need. And as a last option, I highly recommend to back up the data, especially photos and videos. I will not show you the full operation because we've got a separate video about that, which is a detailed video. But I just wanted to tell you about this idea to back up the photos and videos, because you will not only have the photos and videos secured in another place, secured from unexpected loss or something like that, but you will be able to remove them from the internal storage of your device and obviously release a lot of memory. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Realme P3 and let me share with you how to clear cache and speed up your device. So I'd like to start with removing cache. So let's tap on the settings and here we have to scroll down and find the apps. Then let's tap on app management and here we've got the full list of apps which are currently installed on this device. And basically what I highly recommend to do is to go through all of those apps and remove cache. So let me choose maybe phone. It doesn't matter, I just want to show you. Just enter the specific app and then go to the storage usage. And as you can see here, we've got this cache section. Basically, cache are junk files which are saved by your device, and they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app, but they are occupying memory. So simply tap on clear cache and your device will automatically remove it. I do not recommend tapping on clear data unless you wish to remove all of the data which is connected with this specific app. After removing cache from all of those apps, let's say, I highly recommend to soft reset your device. I mean, just power it off and then power it on again. And basically just press the power button and volume up button together once, like that, and just drag this ball to this restart option and your device will automatically perform this restart, which basically tends to confirm all of those changes which you've made with removing cache. And another thing which I highly recommend to do, about which we are usually forgetting, is to use Phone Manager. This app is pre-installed and it's for sure on your device. It is provided by the developer. So just enter Phone Manager and here first of all tap on Optimize and then enter Cleanup Storage, and here you can remove some unnecessary files from photos, videos, unnecessary apps, duplicated files, etc. So I highly recommend to simply go through all of those options and remove files. So for sure you will release some memory. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your face unlock not working on the Realme P3. Let's begin! So there are a couple of ways in which we can improve our face unlock. But first of all, let's simply head into the settings. Then let's scroll down a little and head into security and privacy. Now, scroll down, enter device unlock, enter fingerprint and face unlock, and lastly, face. But before we do that, we first need to input our current lock screen password, and now we have our face interface. That's a nice joke. But there are a couple of things we can improve. First of all, we can enable brighten screen in dim light. Usually the issues with detecting face unlock are the light conditions. And as you can see, we even have it written right here that to ensure your face is recognized successfully, don't use the face recognition in a strong light or low light or backlit conditions, because otherwise the function will just not work properly and you will struggle. So if you have a very poor lighting conditions, you probably want to, for example, enable this so your screen will also lighten your face, but also you can just enable the lights in your room or whatever. However, if the original face scan was also made in some dark conditions, the face scan will also very worry about it. So what's very cool is that you can just delete your face data and simply go with add face once again. And even in add face, we have all those information that we want to keep our face within the frame, and we want to avoid that light that is too bright or too dark, because otherwise the face scan will be just screwed up and you won't be able to use it to actually unlock your device using your face. So with that in the mind, let's simply go with add now. Now I want to go and add our face in the frame. I was unable to unroll because I didn't pick up the phone fast enough. So now I will look directly into the camera, and by the way, you can always take some sort of microfiber cloth and give it a nice scrub, because there is also a high chance that the camera itself is dirty, and because it's dirty, then the face scan will also be dirty, let's say. So I will now look directly into the camera with a nice lighting conditions coming from the monitor, coming from the lights here, and I will now record my face. And beautiful! I would advise you to basically take a scan when you're looking directly at the camera, just so it can have an easier time detecting your face later. And now we can simply hit done. We can now lock our screen and check if it's working. So let me do this. As you can see, it didn't work. Let me try once again. And now it did. And now I can just move our finger and unlock my device. And yeah, I think that's all for the video. If the video helped you, remember to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm gonna show you how to fix Ghost Touch on the Realme P3 5G smartphone. So Ghost Touch is when you get unwanted interactions with your phone. So let's say, for example, you're using your phone and out of nowhere it just randomly triggers something. So almost as if it touches the touch screen somewhere. And that could mess up, that could glitch out your phone and just have unwanted actions performed. So if you don't want that to happen, if you want to remove that issue, what you could do is the first thing I would recommend to remove the case from your phone. So I have this case right here that I have removed from my phone, and also remove the screen protector. So you might have a screen protector that's messing with your touch sensors. So some debris may have been caught under the touch screen, under the case protector, and it might just trigger your touch screen. So just remove that and check if that helps. Then the next thing I would recommend is to clean your screen. So just get a microfiber cloth and just get in there, clean your screen thoroughly to get all of the debris, all of the moisture off, and try that without the screen protector and see if that also helps. The next thing that you could try is to enable mistouch prevention. So to do that, just go to settings, scroll down to home screen and lock screen, scroll all the way down to find pocket mistouch prevention. So prevent accidental touches that may occur while your phone is in your pocket. So just make sure to enable this option to see if that helps, or if you had it enabled, make sure to disable it to see maybe that changed something. And the last thing that I would recommend is to update your software or check for updates. So just scroll all the way down to System and Updates in the settings, then go to Software Update, and here you can check if you need a software update. So it's going to find any available updates, and as you can see, I have one. I need to update to another version. So this one optimizes camera, updates Android security, and fixes some known issues to improve system stability. So this might be just what I need. So to update, you're going to press this button on the bottom that says download, and once the update has downloaded, press restart now to restart your phone and actually install the update on your phone. And after it's restarted, check if that helped, if that fixed anything, and that's about it. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the Hard Reset channel, and today I'm gonna show you how to fix no sound during calls on the Realme P3. So the first thing that we're going to try is to check the volume during a call using the side buttons. So if you're on a call and you're not hearing anything, try to increase the volume by using the side buttons. So like this, just do that during the call and see if it's just the muted sound that was the problem. So the next thing that you could do is to disable Bluetooth to disable all of the connected items. So maybe you have earbuds connected that the sound has maybe switched to, so just make sure to disable Bluetooth and check if the sound has returned to your call. Then another thing that you could try is to test with another app like WhatsApp or Messenger or any other app that you use. So test that out to see if the problem maybe is in the calling app itself. The next thing that you could do is restart the smartphone by holding the power and volume up buttons at the same time until this menu appears. So you just try again. There we go. And just slide up to restart your phone. And the last thing that you could do is to reset the network settings by going to Settings, scroll down to System and Updates, press Backup and Reset, Reset Phone, and then reset network and Bluetooth settings. So here you're gonna have to verify your identity and just press reset, and it will start resetting your network settings. And that might also help because all of the settings will be reverted to their default state. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Hard Reset channel, and today I'm going to tell you how to fix your phone overheating while charging on the Realme P3 5G phone. So there are a few things that make your phone overheat while charging, and the most important one is to not keep your phone on a bed, under a blanket, or under a pillow while charging, because that may trap some heat and it's going to circulate and just heat up your phone and might even damage it. So that's not recommended at all. So make sure it's charging on like a table, on the floor, on a flat surface, and nowhere where heat could be trapped and go basically back into the phone. So there's another thing. It is to use a high quality charger, or at least an official one. So right now I'm using the official iPhone charger with a 61 watt brick. The phone supports 45 watt charging, so a little overkill, but fast charging works. And my phone doesn't really overheat that much, but do keep in mind, this is another thing, that phones may get heated up a little when they're charging, because this is like a energy conversion going on, and the phones may heat up a little, so that's pretty normal. And another thing is to not really use your phone while charging, or definitely not game or enable the gaming mode that's on this phone I'm going to show you. So you have this GT mode. Make sure it's not enabled while charging and when you're gaming, if you don't want your phone to heat up. But if you need it, maybe heating up is not really a problem for you if you really want to game while having the best performance. So if you want to have the best performance in games, your phone is gonna heat up. This is pretty expected, so you can't really do much about it other than maybe buy like a cooling unit that is sold for phones from like Razer or any other type of cooling device. So another thing is the background apps. So you may have a whole bunch of background apps running in the background. So go to settings, go to apps, and then press app management. So select the apps that you use the most and make sure that background apps is disabled. So we're going to go to battery usage and allow background activity. Make sure that that's disabled on the apps. And those are the tips for now. This should help you increase the performance of your phone. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix screen flickering on the Realme P3 5G smartphone. So if your screen flickers, if you're noticing like some times where the screen just starts flickering, like going black and turning on and off all the time, and that's kind of annoying, and you want to fix that, there are a few ways that you could fix this. So the first one would be to adjust the brightness, and you could do that by going to the control panel and using this brightness slider right here to maybe make it like darker or lighter. So just see if that helps with anything. But if that didn't, let's move on to the next step, which would be to disable adaptive brightness. So what this basically is when your phone automatically adjusts the brightness for you. So this is what it looks like when you have this sun, yellow sun with an A on it. It's in the same spot as previously, so this brightness slider. So just tap on the sun to disable the adaptive brightness, and it'll be manually controlled only by you. The next step would be to download the Screen Dimmer app. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to Google Play and you type in Screen Dimmer, and just download like an app that suits you the best. So it could be any sort of Screen Dimmer app. So I'm going to download this one, for example. Press install. So now we're going to wait for the app to finish downloading. And now that the app is downloaded, we're going to open it up and just enable the Screen Dimmer option. It should be pretty straightforward. There's going to be a tutorial depending on what app you download. And for example, for the next screen, please find and tap on Screen Dimmer. So it's going to take you to the settings, and you're going to give it permissions. So just do what it tells you to do, and just go to accessibility, for example. Once you press OK, go to accessibility and press downloaded apps, and here it should be Screen Dimmer. So just toggle it right here, press allow, and there we go. My screen is now darker. It says shake phone to restore brightness. This is an option that you have. So if you like shake your phone, your brightness will be restored. And this app basically just dims your screen below the available option that you have. So you can just normally dim it like that. So this could also help you. Just play around with it. And the next step is to check for software updates. So go to settings, and from the main screen, just scroll down to system and updates, software update, and check if you need to update your phone. And if you do have to update it, so for example, this update updates Android security and fixes some known issues to improve system stability. So this might be the fix. So press the download button to start downloading the update, and once it's done downloading, just press restart now to actually install the update on your phone. And that's it. This should fix your flicker. If it didn't, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm gonna show you how to fix the speakers not working on the Realme P3 5G smartphone. So the first thing that you could try is to check the volume levels. So to do that, we're gonna go to settings, scroll down to sounds and vibrations, and here you have all of these sliders that you can adjust the volume with. So you have media, ringtone, notifications, alarm. So the one you want is probably media. So just scroll this and check if it works. So it's going to make a sound with each adjustment. So check if that helps. The next thing that you could try is to clean the speaker like net, this like speaker grill right here with a brush. So I have this brush that's designed to clean phones basically, and what you could do is like get in there, just clean it up, maybe just get out some dirt, maybe something's blocking the speakers, and just try that. Maybe the sound will get better. So the next thing that you could try is to boot your phone into safe mode. So to do that, what you're going to do is just plug your phone in with a cable to your PC or another device. So then after you restart, you're going to hold the power button and the volume button until a menu with the safe mode appears. So the next thing that you could try, if that didn't work, is to go to settings and try to update your software or factory reset. So just go to system and updates, select software update, and now it's going to be checking for updates. And here, as you can see, I have an update available that now can help me update my phone and maybe fix the issue. So there's a security update and a system update, fixes some known issues to improve system stability. So you can press this button down here to start downloading the update, and once it's done, you can restart your phone to actually install it on your phone. And if that didn't work, the last thing that you could try is to back up all of your data and restart your phone. So or not restart, reset it. So just go to system and updates, backup and reset, and select reset phone. So here you can erase all data, erase all settings, and reset network and Bluetooth settings. So just select the option that you want to change, option that you want to reset, and press clear all data. So once your phone is reset, check if that works. And if it didn't, I recommend bringing the phone into a repairman to repair your phone. But that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm gonna show you how to fix the touchscreen not responding problem on the Realme P3 5G smartphone. So if the touch screen on your phone is working poorly or it's not responding at all, there are a few ways that you can fix this. So the first one that I would recommend is to remove the screen protector from your phone or the case, because the case might be causing interference by maybe just pressing on the edges of your screen and just causing some interference. So I would suggest to take both of these things off and try whether the touchscreen works. So this is my phone without the case, and the touchscreen works. Just check it out, test it, maybe do some benchmark tests to see if the touchscreen works properly. Next thing that you could try is to just clean your screen with a microfiber cloth. So I have the cloth that I clean my screen with right here. Just put it on your hand and just really get in there. Just clean your screen thoroughly, so it leaves no smudges, maybe no little particles that interact with your screen. And once you've cleaned it, check out and test out if your screen works. So next thing that you could try is to force restart your phone. And to do that, what you're going to do is just hold the power and volume up buttons until your phone powers off. So this might take a while. So there we go. You need to hold it for about 10 seconds and your phone is going to power off. And then just press the button again to power your phone back on. And there we go. Now it's powering back on. So the next thing that you could try is to boot your phone into safe mode to check for app issues. So safe mode basically disables any third-party apps from your phone so you can like check if an app is basically interfering with your phone. So to do that, what you're going to do is just grab a cable to connect to your phone with. So connect your phone to the cable, and on the other end of the cable, connect the cable to a PC. And once you've done that, just restart your phone. Start restarting your phone, or turn it fully off. And once you've done that, just hold the volume up and the power buttons again until you are booted into safe mode. So this might be different for different phones, so just check out on the internet how it works in your phone. The next thing that you could try is to update software or perform a factory reset. So to do that, we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to scroll down to the system and updates, select software update, and just wait for this section to decide whether you need a software update or not. So here I need to update my software because it updates Android security and fixes some known issues to improve system stability. So this might help with the touchscreen. And to do that, you just press on this download button down here to start downloading the update. And then just press restart now to start restarting your phone and actually install the update on your phone. And what you could also try doing is factory reset your phone. So just find out how to factory reset your phone exactly without maybe the access to a touch screen. So that could be done by just entering boot mode and resetting from there. Or you could just press backup and reset phone, and then erase all data. So reset to factory settings. So try all of these options and that might help you. So if you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. But that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix not working Wi-Fi on the Realme P3 5G smartphone. So there are a few ways that we can fix not working Wi-Fi, and the first thing that we're going to do is enable or disable Wi-Fi. This is the most basic thing that we can do to check whether it's actually working or not. So you can go to the control panel and toggle this Wi-Fi option on and off. Or you can go to settings and go to Wi-Fi and toggle this button right here to enable and disable Wi-Fi. So if that didn't work, let's move on to the next one, and that will be to forget and reconnect to your Wi-Fi network. So we're going to find our network that we are connected to, press on this information icon, and then press forget. Be sure to press forget, not disconnect, so all of the data is reset regarding your Wi-Fi network and phone connection. So after you've forgotten the network, just reconnect to it and check if that helped you. So if that didn't help, the next thing that we can do is restart our phone and the Wi-Fi router. So to restart your phone, you need to hold the power and volume up buttons. So this menu pops up, and then press slide up to restart. And while the phone is restarting, I want to tell you that you can also check your Wi-Fi router. So you can go to as far as resetting it, but before you try to reset your router fully, make sure that you have just restarted it one time to see if that maybe fixed your issue. So if that didn't fix your issue, feel free to reset your router and check if that helped. But the next thing is to check for a software update. So let's just wait for the phone to restart. And there we go. It has restarted. Let's go to settings and check if a software update is available. So press system and updates in the settings all the way down here. Then press software update. Here's gonna check for updates. So currently, let's just wait for the network connection to fix itself, because I have just restarted my phone. But once it's checked for updates, it should say whether you need to update your phone or not. So here as you can see, a new software update is available for me, which fixes camera settings, security updates, and system updates. So fix some known issues to improve system stability. So that might help. So press on this button down here to start downloading the update, and once the download is done, press restart now to restart your phone to install the update on your phone. Now the next thing that we need to check is whether to reset the network settings or not. So you can reset all the network settings on your phone by going to settings, scroll down to system and updates, then select backup and reset, and here press reset phone and select only reset network and Bluetooth settings. So here you're gonna have to enter your password, verify your identity, and then press reset network and Bluetooth settings. So that's going to disconnect you from all of your Wi-Fi networks, from all of your Bluetooth devices, and just remove the data from your phone. So we're gonna have to connect to those again. So press the reset button and it's going to start resetting. And once you've done that, connect to your Wi-Fi network again and check if that helped you. So that's it for now. I hope any of these tips help you, and that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Realme P3, and let me share with you how to fix app crashing. Alright, so let's begin with removing cache. So let's open the settings. Right here we have to scroll down and find the apps and tap on app management. Here in this list, find the app which causes you some problems, or you can do it a little bit faster. For example, find the app, tap on it and hold it, and then tap on app info, and you will be immediately transferred to the proper section. First of all, the first thing which I highly recommend to do is to tap on force stop, because sometimes if the app is working in the background, it might interfere and block the normal usage of the app. So first of all, force stop and tap on force stop again. And secondly, go to storage usage And here we've got this cache section. Cache are junk files which are normally saved by your device, but they are not necessary to use the app properly. But sometimes they might interfere with the normal usage. So just tap on clear cache, and after that, so after force stop and storage usage, I mean clearing cache, you can try to open the app. If that won't work, then repeat all of those steps. So force stop and clearing cache, and restart your device. To do that, you have to press the power button and the volume up button together once, and drag this ball to this restart option. Your device will automatically power off and then power it on again. And basically this operation is to kind of confirm all of those changes. So hopefully your app will work perfectly fine after that. If not, you can try to find the updates. So simply enter the Play Store. First of all, you need the internet connection, and secondly, you will be able to do that if you've got your Google account added to the device. You can either do it after entering the Play Store or using the settings. We've got a tutorial of how to add or remove it, so feel free to check that if you need to. And after entering the Play Store, I highly recommend to simply tap on search, tap on this bar here, and enter the name of the app which you wish to update. So just tap on it, and your device will show you the app and the information that it is installed, and all you have to do is to tap on update. Your device will download the new version and overwrite, I believe, the newer version over the old one. And there is a chance that the app will work perfectly fine after that. If not, then I highly recommend to simply uninstall the app first of all. Your device will automatically uninstall it, and after that install it again, because your device will directly download the new version and install it, and because some overwriting might cause also some problems. So just tap on uninstall and then install again. If that don't work, then I highly recommend to check whether you've got a new system version. So to do that, let's enter the settings. Of course, make sure that you've got the internet connection. Scroll down and find system and updates. Then let's tap on software update, and if you've got any kind of software update pending, I highly recommend to download it and apply it, because sometimes those older versions might not be that compatible with new app versions. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your screen rotation not working on a Realme P3. Let's begin! And we can begin by simply checking our screen rotation, if it's enabled or not. We can do that by expanding our control center twice, and here we can see auto rotate. It is currently disabled, which means that if you would go to an application that supports both modes, for example a calculator, and if you would pick up a phone and try to rotate it, nothing will happen except a little icon appears. If we click it, we can manually rotate it clockwise or counterclockwise, depends on how you really spin your phone. But it's not really automated, is it? So, in order to automate it, all you want to do is expand the control center once again twice, and then hit auto rotate. Now with this simple thing on, we can now freely auto rotate anything. Well, not really anything, because it's important to note that not every application supports both portrait and landscape modes. It's most common in games, when, for example, Clash Royale only works in portrait mode, while Call of Duty Mobile and Genshin Impact and all of that only works in the landscape mode. And lastly, if you still encounter some issues for whatever reason, I would also advise you to just reboot your device. You can do that by pressing and holding power button and volume up button at the same time, and then swiping up to restart. I know that this may seem kind of silly, but trust me, it does really help. Whenever you reboot your device, you're not only rebooting the software but hardware as well, including gyroscopes, which are directly responsible for, you guessed it, screen rotation feature. So if you have any issues with that, a little reset should help. And also it's just a nice practice to reboot your phone from time to time. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Hello, and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your auto brightness not working on Realme P3. Let's begin. And we can begin by simply checking if we have our auto brightness enabled. And luckily, we can easily do that by simply expanding the control center and checking out the brightness panel. As you can see, by default we can just move around and lower the brightness or increase it as we want to. But did you know that you can click the sun icon to enable automatic brightness just like that? Seriously, that's all about it. You can lower the brightness, you can click the icon, and it's automatically set to auto brightness. Now, if for any reason this doesn't work for you, you can also do that via the settings. So I want to head into the settings, scroll down a little, enter home screen and not home screen, lock screen, enter display and brightness, and here right below brightness we have auto brightness, which basically does the same thing. And what's even cooler is that we have lowest allowed brightness. So for example, we can change exactly how our auto brightness should behave, because by default it's actually pretty bad. So we can also reset it, and now we can fully customize this. And if you have troubles with that feature, you probably want to make sure that you don't have it to set up really low or really high. And you can always simply hit reset to just reset your options. However, if that still doesn't help you for whatever reason, I would also advise you to just reboot your device. Luckily for us, we can easily do that by pressing and holding power button, but not actually the power button itself, because by default we actually have digital assistants now, and if we want to have power menu, we want to go with power button and volume up button. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to press power button and volume up button, and now I will simply go with restart. Now I know that this may seem kind of silly, but trust me, it does really help. Whenever you reboot your device, you're not only rebooting the software, but hardware as well, including sensors that are detecting the light levels around you, and then using that information, the auto brightness feature can work. And yeah, I think that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Hello, and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your pattern lock not being recognized on Realme P3. Let's begin. As you can see, I do have my pattern here, but it appears that I have forgotten it. What can I do? Well, there's really one thing you can do, and that is to perform a factory reset. You could potentially try to rebooting your device, maybe it will fix something, but actually this part of the phone usually works fine, so there's only one thing you can do. Note that everything will be gone from your phone. Your password too, of course, but with the password will come your applications gone, your videos gone, your images gone, your data, contacts, messages, everything will be gone. But I guess you will have your access to your phone back, hopefully. So, without further ado, and with that warning aside, let's begin. First, let's turn off the phone. We can do that by pressing the power button and volume up button at the same time, and then going into power off. After the logo disappears, we can now pick up the phone, and we can start to press my power button and volume down button at the same time. And when Realme logo appears, we want to release the power button while still pressing volume down button. This is very important. And if we did everything right, a recovery mode menu should appear. Now in here we can simply click English. You can also use the power buttons to navigate. And now we can simply go with format data. You first need to input the verification code that you can see right here. This is the measure for accidentally clicking formatting data in your pocket. I have no idea who would do that, but sure. So let's input 63600. And now let's simply hit format. And data is formatted. Whenever we click OK, our phone will automatically restart and start to restart a few times, and after a few minutes we should see setup screen, which is very cool. Few minutes have passed, and as you can see, we are now inside setup screen. Now, if you want to know how to go through the process of setup screen and how to actually bypass the factory reset protection, you can always watch our videos on our channel. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Realme P3 and let me share with you how to use secret codes on this device. So let's begin with opening the dialer. Tap on the keypad and let's start with the shortest codes, and the first one is *#06#, and as you can see by this code we are provided with both the main numbers and the serial number of this device, so let's tap on OK. Now another code which is actually pretty similar to the previous one, it's *#07#, and thanks to it we can check the maximum SAR level. Tap on OK, and another code which is pretty easy to remember, it is *1234#, and here we've got the version number. Another code is *6776#, and here we are in the software version, so we can check technical information about our device, like the model, for example, the Android version, master date, brand version, build number, etc. Sorry, a build time, not the build number. Alright, another code is *#426#, and here we are in the diagnostics, so we can check the server, host, port, time connected. We can tap on events, and here we've got some further details. After tapping on the three dots icon, we can show advanced view, and tap on the status again, and here we've got much more information, so for example the heartbeat, last ping, or HB algorithm. Let's go back, and another code which is *#225#*#, and here we are in the calendar information, so here we've got all the events gathered in one place. We can check some family events, some holidays in your country should also appear right here, or events attached to your mail. So this is the best option the best place to check how many of the events you've got in specific categories, because unfortunately we cannot really enter those categories. So this is just, informative. Another code which I can show you is the hardware revision. It is *#888#, and basically here we've got the PCB number, and we can scan this QR code and check some further details about this device. Let's go back, and the last code for today's video is *800#, and here we will enter the feedback menu, of course give all the permissions it needs to open this feedback, and basically if you meet some different problems with your device, so for example if you've got some problems with the touch screen or the camera or the connection or whatever, you can actually report them. So let's pretend I've got problems with my display, so just tap on it. Here we can choose specific categories, so for example maybe touch screen, and maybe mistouch. I highly recommend to turn on the screen recording, thanks to which you will be able to actually record the problem, show the problem to the developers by recording everything. So all you have to do is to simply tap on start, and actually before here you've got also the steps. They are different for each issue which you wish to report, so make sure that you will read everything. And as you can see, you have to restart your phone to capture a valid log for this issue. I don't want to restart it right now, so just let me okay, discard. So let me just go back, but this is the whole idea of this feedback menu, so I think it's quite useful. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show the hidden sound settings on Realme P3. Alright, let's begin. Open up your settings, scroll down and click on sounds and vibration. Now let's scroll down a little bit more and let's begin with the more sounds. In here, we can enable or disable those features. For example, the dial pad tone, lock screen sound, screenshot sound, deletion sound, fingerprint animation sound, and touch sound and the charging sound. If for you some of those things might be annoying, you can always turn them off. For example, the charging sound, for example, or the deletion sound, or the screenshot sound. If they are annoying to you, or in the other way, if you want to have them, you can enable or disable them right in here. I'm showing you that because you might didn't know about it. We also have the touch sound. Currently, when I'm touching the screen, there's a gentle click sound. I'll place phone closer to the microphone so you might hear it. I hope you could hear it. So currently they are turned on, and of course you can turn them off right in here in those settings. It's the touch sound. So you can adjust those features into your own preferences. You can do it in the more sounds. Now let's go into the microphone mode and the clear voice feature. In below we have the supported apps. It's the Google Meet and the phone app. So when the clear voice is enabled, this feature filters out ambient noise from our surroundings. Factors such as strong winds might lead to sound distortion. You can also turn this feature on or off in the quick settings. In here we have a preview how it looks like. So we can enable it. So when the clear voice is enabled, it reduces the background noise. In this video, that is a preview. When this mode is off, we can hear all the traffic, other people, the wind. But when the clear voice is on, it reduces those background sounds. And when you're in a call, for example, it's simply better to hear you when you are in the crowded place. So, in my opinion, it is a pretty cool feature to turn on. Okay, now let's go into the sound effect settings. And we have modes, such as smart, movie, gaming, or the music. We can pick between one of those 4 modes. So the smart applies the optimal sound mode according to your scenario. Movie, real surround sound and clearer voices. The gaming brings out hidden details in the game sounds to make you feel as you were at the arena. And the music faithfully reproduces vocals. Equalizer can be customized. So for example, I'll pick the music now. And below we can also change the current device. Currently I cannot do it, but when you have your headphones connected, you can change them right in here. Okay, we also have the holo audio. We can enable it. So thanks to that, we'll be able to feel the sound from different locations when playing multiple audio sources at the same time. We can set the auto mode or the custom one. In here you can adjust those things. Okay, now let's go into the haptics. And we can enable them. So thanks to that, we'll get the feedback for our touches, swipes, and more. And now under the more, we can select the default device of playing. We have the external device when available. Use an external device for recording whenever one is connected, or we can use this device. Always use this device for recording. So if you want, you can adjust it. We also have the in-ear monitoring. We have the advanced settings. Keep in-ear monitoring the same as recording. The preset reverberation, voice changing, and equalizer effects will be included in recorded audio. So when you connect your earphones to this device and open a supported app, a bubble will appear. There you can adjust settings such as in-ear monitoring, volume, reverberation, voice changer, and equalizer. Turn off in-ear monitoring of apps to ensure that there are no conflicts with this function. Okay, and the last thing, let's go back and click on volume button function. Oh no, in here, my bad. It's the app-specific volume. If it's turned on, it's available to adjust the volume of specific apps that are currently playing sound. So for example, when you're using YouTube in the background, you'll be able to adjust the YouTube sound in comparison to the other system sounds. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the home screen tricks on the Realme P3. Alright, so to launch the home screen menu, all we need to do is to hold on some kind of a free space on our home screen, just like that, and now we have our menu. Now, in here we can change the position of our folders, for example. Simply hold on it, and we can change its position anywhere that we want. Also, we can change the wallpaper from here, and here we have the recommended ones. Of course, you can always click on more, and in here you can download or buy some wallpapers. Okay, also, when you click on the icons, you can change their size. You can see the changes on the top of the screen. We can turn off or on to show the app names, so now they won't appear on the screen. Also, we have the Add plus icons. It uses the redesigned icons for third-party apps. But currently nothing is changing, maybe except the Instagram. Its shape changes a little bit. In here we have also some modes. It can be classic, radiance, shadow, material, pebble, and also we can set the custom mode. And we can manually select the shape of our icons, change the foreground, the icon size. We can also enable to adapt system colors. You can see a really big difference. And also we can change the size of the app name. If you want to change, click on apply, and now it has been successfully set. Alright, back into the menu, we can click on the widgets, and here we have a list of apps of which we can create a widget. So for example, let's create a widget of, and maybe not the clock, maybe something else. Maybe the phone manager, because why not? In here we have the size of our widget. That's the size, those numbers. If you want to add, click on the icon. Now we can change its position on our home screen. And now, thanks to that, we have a pretty cool shortcut into our phone manager. We can click on that, and we immediately get the cleanup feature enabled. And it also launches automatically. So if you want to have quick access into your cleaning app, of course, that's an example, because you can add other widgets. You can create it right in here. Okay, let's hold again. That's how you can create a widget. In here we also have the layout. It can be 4:6 or 5:6. So you can change it. Then hit on apply. Also, we can change the transitions. Currently we have the default one. Also, let me show you how it looks. So that's the default transition animation when I'm sliding left and right. Now, let's change it. Click on transitions, and we have the roll, the cube, the flip, the card, and the tilt. So for example, now I'll pick the cube, hit on apply, go back, and now you can see that the animation is different than it was before I have applied the change. Okay, but I'll keep the normal one, for example, but now you know that you can change it right in here. Okay, now we can also click on the plus button in here, click on agree and continue, and in here you can also create widgets. Now let's click on the more, and in here, for example, we can also change the home screen, not the method, but the style, let's say it in that way. It can be standard or with the app drawer. So with the app drawer, as you perform the that move, when you scroll to the app side, you launch the app drawer, and in here we have all our apps. If you turn it on, you won't have that app drawer, and all of the apps will be when you scroll to the right side. And that's the difference. Okay, I have shown you the layout. We also have the icon pull down gesture. Open apps on the home screen with one hand. If you want, you can enable it. Icon pull gestures. And now swipe upward on the left or the right side of the screen to pull down app icons. Without lifting your finger, continue swiping to an icon and release to open the app. Let's try how it works. So now I need to pick the app that I want, let it be the files, release your finger, and now they have been successfully launched. So that's how it works. Let me show you again. My bet. Okay, I did it from the left side this time. For example, let's launch the Gemini, release your finger, and it's successfully launched. Okay. Back into the settings. Click on the more. We can also lock our layout. So when the layout is locked, you won't be able to change the position of your icons on the home screen. It will be simply locked. You won't be able to move or delete the icons. I'll show you that. So now, for example, I want to change the position of the settings. I'll hold on it, and it's impossible. You can see the information on the screen also. Okay. We can also enable the icon autofill. So now, when there is some free space between the apps, it will be automatically fulfilled. Also, we have double tap to lock, double tap on empty space on the home screen to lock the screen. If you want, you can enable it. That's how it works. Pretty simple. Okay, swipe down on the home screen. It can be the global search. It can launch the shelf or enable the notification and the quick settings. That's also the thing that you can adjust. And basically, that's all when it comes to the home screen settings. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm gonna show you a few tips on how to fix the battery drain on the Realme P3 5G. So the first thing that we're going to do is, I'm gonna show you the first tip, which is to update your system and apps. So we're going to firstly check what version we're on and whether we should update or not. So to do that, we're going to go to settings, then we're going to scroll down to system and updates, and here select software update. So now we're going to wait for the phone to update, for the phone to see what versions are available. And as you can see, I have a new version available that I am already downloading, but this version does some security updates, camera updates, and system updates, so fixes some known issues to improve system stability. So this software update might be useful. Make sure to press download right here to start downloading it, and just do whatever the phone tells you to do next. And the next thing that we're going to check is the apps. So we're going to go to Play Store, press on this on our account icon on the top right, then select Manage Apps and Device, press on Updates, and here we're going to check what apps need to be updated. So I have 45 apps that need to be updated, so you can just either press Update All or select what apps you want to update yourself. So once you're done that, we can move on to the next step. The next thing that we're going to do is check what apps use up the most battery and restrict their background actions. So to do that, we're going to go to settings again, then we're going to scroll to the battery section, and then we're going to press on the scroll down and press on last 7 days to see what apps have been used the most over the past week. So for me, it's just a camera system launcher, but it could be different for you. And just find the apps that use up the most battery, and then we're going to return to the main settings page and press on apps. Here we're going to press on app management and just find the app that you want to change the background actions For example, I'm just gonna use AliExpress for this. Then we're gonna press on battery usage and enable or disable allow background activity. So just turn this off. You also have optimized battery use, so you can enable this to auto optimize, don't optimize, or always ask. And if you do this for most of the apps that consume the most battery, this will help with your battery lifetime. So let's move on to the next feature, and that would be to disable location, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and all of that other stuff when not used. So here in the control panel, you have a few features that are enabled all the time, and they consume battery. So this could be Bluetooth, mobile data, Wi-Fi, location, and different other stuff. So for example, if you're not using your location right now, what you could do is just press on this location tag, and it's going to be disabled. Then you can do the same with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and any other options. And you could also turn on power saving mode, so that could also help you preserve your battery a little. NFC is also not used, so you could disable that and only enable it once you actually want to use NFC with something. Personal hotspot also consumes some battery, and mostly all of these settings that you can play around with and disable, and that should also improve your battery. So let's move on to the next option. So the next thing that we can do to improve the battery life is to manually adjust the brightness on your phone or enable automatic brightness mode. So if you go back to the control panel, we have this brightness slider that allows us to adjust the brightness. So if you want the battery to last for longer, you need to turn down the brightness, or just enable automatic mode and it will adjust the brightness for you most of the time, and that will help you with the battery life. So that's pretty much it. Let's now move on to the next step. So the next step is to turn off push notifications for mostly non-essential apps. So receiving push notifications from other apps may also consume battery. So if you want to turn that off, we're going to go to settings, and we're going to scroll down to notifications and quick settings, then scroll down again and press manage all under recent app notifications. And here just disable the notifications of the apps that you don't need at all, or apps that you don't frequently use. So for example, you can see when you have received a last notification from an app, and you can enable or disable the notifications based on whatever you want. So just toggle some of these off, and you will see your battery life improve because now they are not running in the background to send you notifications. So let's move on to the next step. So the next step is to remove widgets and live wallpapers. So I have a couple of widgets here. So for example, these cleanup widgets that are live and they react to the amount of storage that could be cleaned up. So they track that and display it right here. And that could also consume battery. So what you want to do is probably remove it. So you can just press on the empty space on your lock screen, then press on this minus icon next to your widget and press remove. And once you've removed all of the widgets, your battery life also may improve. And also if you have a live wallpaper, so you can select a wallpaper, as you can see one of these live ones. And if it's animated like this, so I'm going to set it up. And as you can see, now it's animated. It reacts to my touch, and that could also really drain your battery. So make sure to also turn that off by just switching to a new one by, again, holding the screen, pressing wallpapers, and just selecting another one. So either a photo or one of these that you can select from right here. Just make sure that it is live. Now let's move on to the next step. And the last step is going to be to change the battery saving mode options. in the settings. So we're gonna go to settings, scroll down to battery, and here we have a few options that we can play around with. So battery mode, you can change from balance mode to power saving mode, or even super power saving mode. And then you can see this is how long the battery is going to last. So with balance mode is 1 day, 1 hour. With power saving mode is 1 day and 2 hours. And with super power saving mode, it's 1 day and 14 hours. So a big gap right here, and you can select any of those to also extend your power life. And the most important step is to make sure that GT mode is turned off. So GT mode drains your battery pretty fast, but it increases performance. But you don't really need that jump unless you're playing like a game, and even when you're playing games, it's better when you're connected to a charger so you don't die mid-game. But make sure that it's turned off when you're actually not using it. And we can also go to power saving settings and play around with these settings. So automatically exit power saving mode, you might want to turn that on or off depending on wherever you want. Automatically enter power saving mode, so when you're at the low battery level, it's going to enter power saving mode, and all of these other options that you can play around with. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope it helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the best settings for gaming on Realme P3. Alright, let's begin. Let's open up our settings first. Once we are here, let's scroll down into the bottom and let's click on display and brightness, and let's make sure that we have high refresh rate set. Click on screen refresh rate and it should be set on high. Thanks to that, we'll have up to 120 Hz refresh rate, and it will provide us with the smooth gameplay. Also, we can not in here, my bad. Let's scroll back. Now let's go into the battery, and we can also enable the GT mode. Thanks to that, our performance of our device will be higher, but our power consumption will increase. So, for example, when you finish the gaming, you should disable this mode, because also your battery will heat up a little bit more. The power consumption will be bigger, and overheating your device isn't the thing that you should do pretty often. So when you finish the gaming, you should disable this feature. Okay, and now also before gaming, we can click on the phone manager and we can click on clean up storage. Okay, click on clean, and now we gained some free space, and we have also cleared the junk files. We can also click on the system boost, click on boost, and we also gain some speed. Okay, click on done. Now, before gaming, close all of the recent apps that you don't need to use, and now let's open up our game. I downloaded the Asphalt to show you also the graphics settings that you can change. Let's say that in this video we want to achieve as many FPS as possible. So we should pick the highest values. Open up your settings. Click on the game settings, and now the graphics. Okay, now let's select the frame rate on high, click on keep, and also now when it comes to the visual settings, they should be set on the lowest. Okay, just like that. Now those settings will be the best for our performance. Also, this device have a built-in game mode. It's right in here on the left side. Simply slide to the right side, and in here make sure that the GT mode is enabled. Also, if you don't want to get distracted by incoming notifications, click right in here and you can click on block. Same thing with the calls. We have the call blocker. Click on the settings if you want to allow it, and click on allow right in here. So now any incoming calls won't pop out on our screen. Also, we have the game focus mode. So game mode offers an immersive distraction, a free gaming experience with the following features. So it will block gaming tools, block quick settings, block calls, block notifications, and block gesture navigation. We can turn this on. So now we won't click anything by a misclick. Oh, and now actually I cannot turn it off because I have enabled it in here. Let's click on exit. Okay. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show the productivity tricks on Realme P3. Okay, so let's open up the settings. Let's scroll down. Let's click on accessibility and convenience, and I'll show you the smart loop, smart sidebar, split view, and the floating window, which in my opinion are the best productivity things. Let's begin with the smart loop. Make sure it's enabled. Thanks to that we can share the content and quickly drag it into our loop. In the loop we can spin the apps and copy and share with the thing that we have just selected with various apps. Let me show you how it works. Also you can click on manage apps to add them into your smart loop right in here. Also if you remove them, they will be replaced with the suggestions by the AI. So now, for example, let's create a screenshot. We need to quickly grab it with our finger and we need to move it to the edge, and now the smart loop opened. Now we can place our screenshot into the Gemini, Notes, File Doc, and many others. So for example, to spin the loop, move to the downside or to the upside gently, and it will start spinning. Okay, so let's place our screenshot, for example, in the Gemini, release your finger, and as you can see, it has been automatically copied. So that's how this option works. Pretty cool. I'll leave the other features with the loop to discover by yourself. Okay, from here we can go into the smart sidebar, which is also pretty useful. When we open up the apps from the sidebar, they can open up in the split view. You can see it right in here. You can also adjust the settings for your floating bar. We can change its size, transparency, place it up or down, and left or right. So that's how you open it up. In here, for example, we can quickly take a screenshot, start the screen recording, start the voice translate, open up my files, open up the calculator. As you click on all, you have a list of the apps, all apps that we can use, but also you can click on edit and manually add some of the apps. So for example, now I can add the recorder. As you can see, it appeared. I can add the Chrome. I can add the notes. If you want to save, click on done, and now they have opened. Now, as we hold on the icon, and when we put it right in here, it opened. Actually, it didn't open in the floating window, just like I have wanted. So let's try again. Now we need to select the second app for our split screen. Let it be the calculator. And now both of the apps have opened in the floating window. It is really cool for the multitasking because we can do two things at the same time. So, for example, we can create our notes. We can quickly switch and start counting something. As you can see, both apps are working. Also, you can adjust the size of the apps by grabbing this bar. But remember that if you go too much, one of the apps will be opened in full screen. So be careful. Also, as you click on the bar, you can expand it, open the app in the full screen, or you can switch the apps Also, as you click on the bar, you can swipe the sides of the apps. So that's how the this option works. Now, when you open app normally from the sidebar, it will open up in the floating window, just like that. It's also really cool for multitasking because we can do our other stuff on the phone. As you can see, everything is fully responsive. I can open up the Chrome and start surfing the internet, and I can quickly tap on my notes. I can create a new one, quickly type something, and then go back quickly into surfing the internet, which is also pretty cool. Of course, we can adjust the size of our floating window as we grab on the edge. When you click on those dots, you can minimize our app, we can close it up or open it up in the full screen. Also, that's not the only way to open up the apps in the split view and in the floating window. We can normally open up the recent apps, but to do it, let me open up the notes and calculator. Now, open up the recent apps, click on those three dots, and in here we can also open the app in the floating window, just like that. And also, we can click, select the split view, and now we need to select the second app. As you can see, it also works in that way. Okay, and the last thing that I'm going to show you, which really boosts our productivity, is the AI assistant called the Gemini. Here it is. It's on the shortcut when you hold the power button, just like that. When it comes to the AI, you can basically give him tasks, ask for him to search something in the internet. You don't need to do this manually. You can even search for the recipes in the internet. The AI will give you everything on its hand. So, for example, let's say I want to add an alarm to do the laundry tomorrow, 7 p.m. Let's tell AI to do it for us. So let's launch the Gemini. Set an alarm to do the laundry at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
I've set an alarm for you to do the laundry at 7 p.m. tomorrow, August 21st, 2025.
Okay, due to AI, the alarm has been set. Just to make sure, let's open up the clock app. No, not that. Here it is. And our alarm has been successfully set. 7 p.m., do the laundry. Everything went fine. Now let's try something else. Let's try giving us the recipe for something. Let's say we want to eat a steak and we need a recipe for it. So let's ask the AI to give it for us. Give me a recipe for a steak.
Here's a simple recipe for a pan-seared steak. Ingredients: 1 steak, about 1.5 inches thick, salt, black pepper, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 2 tablespoons butter, 2 cloves garlic, smashed fresh rosemary or thyme sprigs. Instructions: 1. Pat the steak dry with a paper towel.
Okay, as you can see, it gave us our recipe. That's not the only things that you can do with the AI, but I gave you an examples, so the rest is in your hands. Alright, that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show the top tricks on the Realme P3. Alright, let's open up the settings. Once we are here, let's scroll down until we find accessibility and convenience. And let's begin with the AI screen recognition. Alright, make sure that it's enabled. Let's also select the activation gesture. It can be 2-finger press, which is a recommended, 1-finger press or the thumb press. And when it comes to the things that we can do with it, in here you can read about it. Right now on the screen. We can also recognize and exit screen content. And we also have AI generated summaries and the content. So let's select and let's create that screenshot. Okay, and thanks to that, the whole text has been selected. Now we can select, for example, this part of our text. We can hold on it. Okay, and we can give them to the file doc. And now it's saved right in here in this doc. We have quick access to it. Click on file doc, and thanks to that we can quickly get access into our copied text, or for example when we hold on it we can easily share with it. Okay, this also option works with the AI loop, but I'll tell you more about it in a second. Also, when we have the supported apps list right in here, so I'll show that, for example, in the YouTube it also works. Let me open it up. And here, let's hold with 2 buttons. Okay, as you can see, it has been selected. For example, now we can drag this, click on, and now it's also in our file doc. So, as you can see, it also works right in here. Now let's go back from here. I'll leave it to you to know all of those features and how to play with them. We also have the AI Smart Loop. So, thanks to that, we can also share the content, touch and hold any image, text, video or file to bring up AI Smart Loop. We can also share the screenshot, touch and hold a screenshot preview to bring up AI Smart Loop. Extract on-screen content, touch and hold the screen to bring up AI screen recognition, select the content and touch and hold the selected content to bring up AI Smart Loop. We can also spin it, select content and drag it to the edge of the AI Smart Loop to spin the loop. And we have also quick functions in apps. Drag content to a supported app to show its quick functions loop. Drag content back to the app to go back to the app's loop. Let's enable that feature. Click on agree and continue. In here we can manage the apps and add more of them into this loop. But don't worry if you don't know what to add. The phone automatically detects which app you use the most, and it will add them by the AI, as you can see, automatically. So you can manually add apps. It's not necessary. If you want to add, click for example on the YouTube, and now it's in our loop. Okay, so now let's create a screenshot just like it was told. Let's drag it and let's place it on the edge of the screen. And now our AI loop has turned on. For example, with this screenshot we can go into our Google and we can save it or search the image. Release your finger. Also click on get started. And now the Google is looking for similar things based on our photo. So, for example, if you have something on the screen that you want to search up in the internet, simply take a screenshot of it, get it into the smart loop, go into the Google, and thanks to that, you'll be able to find similar things based on your screenshot, based on your image. Let's take a screenshot again. Let's go into the smart loop. Now, if you want to spin the loop, go to the upside or to the downside gently. And thanks to that, you're able to spin the loop. So for example, with our screenshot, let's go into the notes, release your finger. And now the screenshot has been saved in our notes, just like that. It also works really cool in my opinion. And it's fun to use this whole AI loop. Yeah, of course, same thing with this feature, with holding with two buttons. Currently, it doesn't want to scan. I don't know why. Maybe in here. Oh, what's happening with this screen recognition. Yeah, the two-finger press. Okay, now it works. So you need to sometimes you need to take a few tries before it detects your touch. All right, now let's go back from here and let's go into the not gestures and motions. Actually, no. Okay, actually now, and now in here we have the screen of gestures and also the motions. Let's begin with the screen of gestures. Enable them, and now we have a lot of them. So we can double tap to turn screen on or off. We can draw an O to open the camera, draw a V to turn torch on or off. We can also enable the music control. When you draw some of those symbols, you can see now on the screen what will happen. And we can also draw this, I don't know how to call it. It will launch the calculator. We can draw an M and it will launch the Gemini. We can draw the W to launch the recorder. But of course you can select which app you want to launch. You can also enable to unlock or make a call. So let's enable all of those options except that one, because I'm not able to show you that. Okay, double tap to turn screen or off. Remember that that are screen off gestures, so we need to keep our screen turned off. Now double tap, the screen wakes. Double tap, it turns off. Pretty simple. Okay. Also, draw an O to open the camera. Let's try how it works. And as you can see, the camera app has been successfully launched. We can take our photos now. Okay, next thing. The settings, W to turn the torch. For now, I'll show that it's turned off. Maybe I even draw in that way. Oh, maybe. Okay, now it worked. So now I'll draw again. And it has been successfully turned off. It works pretty nice. You might didn't know about it. And next thing, draw this to launch the calculator. And the calculator launched almost immediately. Next thing, M to launch the Gemini. Of course, you can select the app that you want to launch. It was the M. The Gemini successfully launched. Next thing, what it was, the last thing, W to launch the recorder. And everything works just like it should. So it's there are pretty cool shortcuts. You might want to use them. Alright, also swipe down with the 3 fingers to take a screenshot. I have shown you that before. It's a really cool way to take a screenshot. Much cooler, I think, than taking it by clicking the power button and volume down button, because that's the most common way to take a screenshot. In my opinion, the 3-finger screenshot looks simply much cooler. And for some people, it might be more comfortable. Alright, now touch and hold with 3 fingers to take screenshot. Take a partial or strong screenshot. Let's hold 3 buttons. Okay, now select the part. And now, if you want to save it, click on right in here to save your screenshot. Okay, now turn on or off torch with volume button. When the screen is off, press and hold the volume down button to turn the torch on or off. This function is not available during media playback, so we need to remember about it. So now let's turn on the screen and let's hold the volume down button and let's see, does it launch the battery? I mean the flashlight. Okay, it launched. And now it has been turned off. So it works just fine. Okay, next thing, raise to wake. So when your screen is off and when you raise your device, the screen automatically launches, because your device detects that your phone has been raised. And next thing, lift to ear to answer calls. Click on allow. And now, when someone is calling you now, all you need to do to answer the call is to simply lift your phone. Now, let's say that my left hand is the ear. When you place your device like that into your ear, the call will be automatically answered. Also, auto switch to receiver when using Bluetooth headphones or the speaker during a call. Lifting the phone to your ear will switch the audio to the receiver. And we can also enable to flip to mute incoming calls. Now, when someone is calling us, when you want to mute the call, all you need to do is to simply flip your phone like that, and the call will be muted. Okay, that's when it comes to the gestures. And now let's go into the smart sensing, and in here we have the air gestures. They don't work in the best way. Sometimes they like to lag and don't work properly, but we have the air call control or the air scroll. Let's begin with the call control. Let's turn it on, click on agree and continue, and now hold the back of your hand 20 to 40 centimeters from the front camera with your fingertips pointed down. When a prompt appears on the top of the screen, flick your hand up to answer a call. We can click on learn. Okay, now we need to place our hand just like that. Okay, and when this icon, okay, I didn't even do anything and it accepted it. So now we need to place our hand like that. And then we will have to flip our hand like that. You'll see an icon right in here. Okay, now we need to flick it. And as you can see, I didn't even flick it and it worked. Now we need to hold our palm like that to mute the call. Okay, in this case it worked pretty okay. But when it comes to this move, sometimes it detects even when I'm not using my hand. So if you want to play with those things, you can enable them. For me, they are not like a game changer, but for some people they might be fun to use. Let's go with the air scroll. In here we have the supported apps in which we can use it. Now click on learn. Now we need to hold the palm like that. Now you can see that under the front camera this white hand icon appeared. That means that it detects our hand, and now we need to flick our hand down to switch to the previous video. But as you can see, sometimes it doesn't work properly, but for me it worked. Now we need to hold the back of our hand just like that, pointing to the downside. Sometimes it also might don't detect. Maybe I'll try with the left hand. As you can see, sometimes it's really hard to detect our hand by the device. So that's why I don't like to use those features, but I'm showing you because some of you might want to use it. Oh, okay, just like that. You don't see it, but now it detects it. Okay, maybe in that way. Now let's try to flick our hand. Okay, finally it worked. So you just need to try with the positioning of your hand and also with the distance between your hand and the screen. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Hard Reset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to improve the Wi-Fi connection on your Realme P3 5G smartphone. So there are a few things that you could do to improve the connection. I'm going to show you a few of them. The first one is going to be to toggle airplane mode on and off to refresh the network connection. So to enable airplane mode, we're going to go to the control panel, extend it, and enable airplane mode. Wait for like 5 seconds and just disable it after that. to restore the Wi-Fi connection. And once it's connected again, you can check if that helped. But now let's move on to the next tip, and that's going to be to just move to an area with better coverage, or turn your router, just bring your router to another spot in your house if you're using a Wi-Fi router. And those two things should help. These are the most important, basically. So if your connection is weak, that might be the biggest problem. The next thing is to just reset the network settings. And to do that, we're going to go to Settings, then scroll down to System and Updates. Select Backup and Reset. Select Reset Phone and Reset Network and Bluetooth Settings. So here it's going to ask you to verify your identity. And after you press Reset, this is going to start resetting of the network and Bluetooth settings. So this isn't going to erase your phone, all of the data. It's going to just reset the network and Bluetooth settings. And that may help because it's basically maybe some settings have been configured and not properly, so it wasn't done right, and just resetting them to the default options is to the default state. That's gonna help pretty much. So the next thing that you could do is switch from 4G to 5G. So if you have 5G coverage, that might work better or worse depending on where you are in the world and if 5G is supported in your area. So just make sure to change the from 4G to 5G or the other way around to check if you get better connection. And that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your PIN not being accepted on the Realme P3. Let's begin. Okay, there is a very high chance that you have just forgotten your PIN. However, if you are very sure that you didn't and it's the phone that's wrong, well, it's very bold for you to say that. That's the first thing I want to say. But the second, technically you can just reboot your device and see if anything changes. You can do that by pressing and holding power button with volume up button and then going into restart. And after a moment our phone should restart and we should see that now we have once again the ability to input our PIN, and if it will be correct this time, then congratulations, rebooting fixed your issue. But if it didn't, yeah, sorry, you probably forgotten your password. And if that's the case, there is only one thing that can possibly help you, and that's hard reset. Now, it's very important for me to warn you that performing hard reset is very dangerous because it will delete every single thing from your phone. Yeah, it will also delete your password, sure, but with that password, your photos will be gone, your videos will be gone, your applications, your messages, your data, everything will be gone with the password as well. So with that warning out of the way, we can now begin the process of factory resetting. First, let's press and hold power button and volume up button once again. And this time let's power off our device. After we hear this vibration and the logo disappears, we can pick up our phone. And now we want to press and hold power button with volume down button simultaneously. And when Realme logo appears, you want to release power button while still pressing volume down button. This is very important, so let's try it out. Power button and the volume down button. We wait for the logo to appear. And now we want to release our thumb from power button while still pressing volume down button. And in any moment now, we should see that we are inside the recovery screen. Now in here you want to navigate using power buttons and volume button and power buttons, but also we can just click it. This is, I think, only recovery I know that actually allows you to just use your touch screen, which is pretty funny. And now you want to simply hit format data, and inside here you need to enter the verification code. And yeah, this is exactly the code that you see here. This is only in case of you somehow accidentally enabling recovery mode in your pocket and accidentally clicking format data, which is very unlikely to happen, but nonetheless it's nice that they've added something like this. So we have to simply retype in whatever we see here. For me it's 0721, and now we want to simply hit format. Now our data is being wiped and data is formatted. Let's hit OK. And now our phone should automatically restart. Now, it might restart a couple of times, that's completely normal, and the process as a whole probably will take a few minutes. But anyway, I will now pause the video and I will see you in, well, for you a second, for me about a few minutes. And as I said before, a couple of minutes has passed for me, and now we have our setup screen. Now, if you want to know how to actually set up your newly created phone or newly wiped phone, you can always watch my setup tutorial for the Realme P3, but for that specific video, that's all. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show the speed up tricks on Realme P3. Alright, so let's begin. Let's open up with opening the settings, and let's try with the things that we can change in the developer options, because there are some things that might help with the performance of our device. Let's scroll down into the bottom and let's click on About Device. Now scroll a little bit and click on the version. And now we need to tap on the version number a few times. Now I also need to draw my screen lock, and now we can see that we are now a developer. Now go back, click on System and Updates, and click on Developer Options. And now we need to find 4 specific options that we need to adjust. So let's keep scrolling. Here are the first 3: Animator Duration Scale, Transition Animation Scale, and Window Animation Scale. As you can see, all 3 of them are defaultly set on 1x, but to improve the speed of our device, we can adjust each one of them into 0.5 or completely turn them off. Don't go higher than 1x because it will only slow your device. So, for example, in my opinion, 0.5 is like a perfect balance between 1x and off, because we still have our animations and they won't be completely turned off. So that's what I'm going to set, all 3 options on 0.5. Now let's scroll down a little bit until we find the apps. I scroll too much, and in here we have the background process limit. Currently it's on the standard, but we can set it at most 3 or at most 4. I'll pick the at most 3, and that's all that we need to do in the developer options. Now from here, let's go straight into our apps, and let's go into the app management. And in here, simply, if you have some of the apps that you are not using or use them very rarely, simply uninstall them. Thanks to that, you will get some free storage space and your device will work a little bit faster. So for example, I have this Blockbuster game, I'm not using it, simply click on uninstall, click on OK, and thanks to that we gained almost 200 megabytes of free storage. That's not the only way to uninstall the apps, but you can always do it from the home screen. Simply hold, and here you can also click on uninstall. Okay. In some of the apps, it's also available to delete the cache. In not all of the apps, but for example in the Chrome it should be available. Click on storage usage, and in here we can clear the cache. 23 megabytes, we can clear it. Don't worry, clearing the cache won't clear your data and you won't lose anything. So don't worry, clearing cache won't delete your personal data. Okay. Remember that some of those apps are the system apps, so be careful not to uninstall or disable something that is crucial in working of the device. Alright, and now we can go out from here and we can click on the phone manager. Okay, now click on clean up. Click on clean, and thanks to that we also have gained a little bit of the free storage space. Basically we cleared the junk files. And now we can also boost the system. Okay, everything good. Click on done. And that's all. You can also create a widget if you want. Okay. And here we can also click on optimize. And we have gained also some free speed. Okay, also I think that might in the battery, yep, we have the battery mode. We have the balance mode, which is the best for normal day-to-day use, but if you want to boost your device, we can enable the GT mode. Enable it right in here. And now the CPU and the GPU usage will increase. The phone will work faster in the high performance mode. Also, it provides high resolution and high frame rate. But you need to remember that the power consumption of your device will be increased. Your battery will drain faster. So, in my opinion, you should use this mode from time to time because, you know, overheating your battery is not the best thing and it's not good for your device health. So keep that in mind. Okay, also, if you are using your device and when you open recent apps, if there are a lot of them open in the background, simply close the apps that you are not using. Thanks to that, you free up the RAM and your device will work a little bit faster. Also, you can download some third-party apps from the Play Store. I mean the cleaning apps. Simply type cleaner or cleaning, read the reviews before downloading if you want, but in my personal opinion, the phone manager and the cleaner, which is built defaultly, works pretty fine. Okay, and the last thing that you can do is perform a simple reboot from time to time, because during a reboot you simply close the apps that are running in the background, you free up the RAM and the phone rests, we can say it in that way. So to perform a reboot, open up the power menu, click the power button and volume up button, just like that. Now drag this white ball into the restart, release your finger, and now within a second our device will be turned on and it will be ready to use. I think that if you perform a reboot once a week, it's completely fine, and you shouldn't do this much often. Alright, that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.